This video is called The Father Wound. The thing I can't stand most about the father wound is how hard I tried. I held on to loving you so much that I realized I was starting to disrespect myself in the worst way imaginable. I found that the love I had for you was trickling into the relationships I was having with my partners. The way I overlooked the disrespect you showed me is the same way I would overlook the disrespect my partner showed me. And that is why I had to let you go. I could no longer be manipulated into being abused. I could no longer let you sit in my face smiling, sit in my kids smiling while you sit around talking garbage about me and my kids, or letting your family members talk garbage about me and my kids with other family members. That's awful, and I could no longer let that happen. I was literally starting to see the same situations I was dealing with my father trickle into the relationships I was having with my partners, literally. I could no longer do it. That first guy that broke my heart, ripped it to shreds, blew it up into pieces, smithereens, was an exact reflection of my father, yet my father hated him so much. And I always, till this day, say that my father hated him so much because he's seen himself in him. They are so much similarities. They both live in their mother's basements. Well, now my dad has an apartment beside her, down the hall from her. They both live in their mother's basements. They both rely on their mothers to raise their kids or take care of their kids. Except my baby father can't do that because I take care of my kids fully. He wishes, literally wishes. But because I have sense and a brain, like literally the same porn addiction, the same everything. It's like they're the same person. I literally found my father in my first love. And it wasn't even love, because I let that man disrespect me in ways that I've now had to make amends and apologize with my soul for. But that was because I was used to that kind of abuse. I was used to that. I was used to accepting less than because of the situations I've been already put through with my own father. I was used to being talked down to because that's all my father ever done to me. He's only ever spoken down to me. And that is why I was so used to and okay with being spoken down to. When I looked up and realized that I was dating my father, well, not like physically my father, but that my ex was reflecting my father so horribly, I really had to take a second look at myself and see that I was really like, I've heard my entire life that girls will date their fathers, but it's so true. The things I was accepting from him somehow found a way to trickle down into my love life. Till this day, the little disgusting things he does turns my stomach. That's why I can't have a relationship with him. You know? It's like, he used to say dads can get away with what moms can't, right? But that's not true, because he hasn't gotten away. It just took me a little while longer to notice and to really realize what was really happening. And I'm not blaming him, because I see that, as, yes, it's his responsibility to come out of his trauma by himself, but he's comfortable in it. And so he makes no efforts to try to be a new person, a positive person, to change himself, Instead of trying to mend the relationship with his daughter, he goes and adopts his niece and says she's his new daughter and he doesn't need me. These are the kind of people that I was entertaining as parents, you know? Like, and honestly, I feel like it's really time for me to close that chapter, honestly. If I want better for myself, I have to do better. And by me sitting in this and allowing my kids to be around him, I can no longer do it. That man has pornography all over his apartment. If you ask him, it's a problem. He yells, he drinks all day. He has issues, you know, and then his mom enables him. So I have to take myself out of the equation. I have to take myself out of it. I can't be a part of that anymore. Growing up, I was scared every day. I had a very uncomfortable childhood. Nobody spoke to me about how I felt. Nobody cared. You know what? There was one teacher, I won't lie, there was one teacher who gave me her number. She did care. Miss Hodgkins, I'll never forget her. She did care. But everybody else, no. I remember Mr. Parsons all asked me, oh, why are you laughing every day? Every day you come here, you're laughing. You're always laughing. I was smiling because I was away from my father's house there. But yet I was in school being bullied, so like, yo. Nobody cared. Nobody is like, I literally went through all those things, those challenges by myself. Like, the kind of man my father was, like, for my 13th birthday, I was literally locked up in his basement. He wouldn't even make me breakfast, you know? Like, and you know, the way I treat my kids, I don't treat my kids like that. Like, especially for your birthday, I will do everything for you on your birthday. I will buy you the world. I will do anything in my power to make sure you're happy. But I never got that, and I don't know if that's why my parents can't stand me. But yeah, my parents, they say like, my dad will try to say the word love, but he doesn't know what love is. He's never showed me love. He's never tried to help me. Like, his help comes with a price. And he never has help for me unless his girlfriend begs or a next stranger begs. You know, if it's me who begs, never. And that's why I don't communicate. These people are odd, and I feel like I'm closing the chapter on that. Him. I have to elevate in life, and I have to stop attracting men who are like you, Father. If I'm really speaking to you, if you're really watching this video, I have to stop attracting people who are like you. Just use women. That's what my mother said. She said that when she was with you, you did the exact same thing that my ex was just doing, using her. And she had to pay all the bills just like what I've been doing this entire time. That's why the fact that she hates me is crazy, because I've lived what she's lived. The way you put my brother in foster care when she went to jail was disgusting and pitiful of you. Honestly, you are just scum of a person. Like, there's so much things I can go on and on about, and for me to elevate and change my life, I have to break free from your low vibrational energies. So this is me closing the chapter on my fatherhood. I'm better than this. And my kids deserve better. So no, you can't be a part of our life anymore. I love you, and I wish you have a great life.
Green fairies dance like shadows seen.